Hey guys, it's Stephen here. Welcome back to another match preview. City are playing again tomorrow. When did that happen? Just seems to be happening all the time at the moment. The City are playing game after game after game. Every other day it feels like. Tomorrow we've got West Ham at the Etihad Stadium as we go for 21 wins in a row, which is a bit insane saying that out loud. But that is literally a possibility. Crazy. I also want to say I'm on tomorrow's episode and we're not really here. I can't wait. I'm on Man City's YouTube channel tomorrow night, so there won't be a watch along. But come and tune in anyway and say hello to me in the comments. I'll be chatting away with Nedum Manua. Big Blue, ex-Man City player. I can't wait to meet Nedum. He's meant to be an absolutely lovely guy. And Natalie Pike will be over there presenting as well. Natalie's absolutely awesome. I can't wait. So make sure tomorrow to come and check it out and give me some love in the comments if you don't mind. Come on, City. It does mean there'll be no watch along, but hopefully it won't matter because I'll be watching. You'll be watching this and City will be winning, hopefully. And life will be good, hopefully. Anyway, another game, another match preview. And Manchester City have got Wolves. And today I'm going to go through the team news, predict the lineup, predict the score. And I've got Dave as well. Dave from the Talking Wolves channel, who's got some very measured, calm thoughts coming up later on the channel as well. But anyway, Guardiola has been talking as per usual in the press conference about this game, and I'll get onto his quotes in a minute. Overall, this game's going to be interesting. Wolves are a good side. Wolves, of course, last season did the double over us, and we did, though, beat them 3-1 at the start of the season, even though actually at the start of the season we weren't quite the side we are now. So we're a better side than we are now, and Wolves have had a very relatively mixed season so far. They're currently sat around mid-table. They are, let me just double check. Yeah, they're 12th at the moment. 12 behind Leeds, Arsenal, Villa, Spurs, and they'll probably feel a little bit disappointed. They are safe, of course, they're not going to go down or anything like that, but their form has been a mixed bag, so it's going to be very interesting. Having said that, of course, I'm sure Pep's taking them very seriously. Pep was asked about records and reflecting on records in the press conference, and he said, quote, "We don't have time to reflect on records. Games every 3 days. Rest, think another. Game day. All managers, when you win, you're happy that night, but the day after, the next one. When you lose, you're sad, but the day after that, the next game." And he's right, it never really ends, and it does feel like that as well for me as a content creator at the moment. It feels like I can't keep up with the amount of games, so I'm kind of looking forward to being on that show tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about the watch along, which is weird. But anyway, he was asked also about the record, a winning run record, which is in sight, and he said it will be an incredible question, a nice answer at the end of the season. I said before, we're delighted with what we've done. We can't deny it. No team has done before, which means how difficult it is. At the end, what counts is that if you lift trophies or not. We're in a good position in the competitions. We are in contention, and that is good. Still, we cannot sit down and say, how good is everything? We've got a lot of work to do, and we can still improve. And he's right. Basically, you kind of dodged that question about the potential world record winning run. And he's right to do that as well, because, I mean, the games, they don't stop. They don't stop. And as good as we are at the moment, if you take your eye off the ball for 1 second, you're prone to losing these games. He was also asked if City are the best team in Europe. He said the best team in Europe in the world, Europe and in the world are Bayern. They win everything. In England, the champions are Liverpool. They are the best. You have to win. In February, March, nobody's champions. We have to win, but we cannot deny the last few months have been exceptional. Even when we don't play well, like West Ham, we are able to take points. You don't always have exceptional games, so try to be solid and take the points. Yeah, he's right once again. I mean, I think he's probably been generous and nice about Liverpool. Currently, they are the champions, so we can't deny that they are currently the champions. And so they are the ones that everyone has to beat. And thankfully for us, a lot of people have been doing that. Big up everyone. He was asked as well about Leicester and United dropping points. He says there's 36 points to play for. There are a lot of points. In Europe and England, every team can lose in a row in a week and drop points, and everything will be the same. As a team, we have to play well, run without the ball, take the points to be close to champions. He said we've got tough opponents coming up. United, Southampton, Fulham, Leeds doing well in many games. Yeah, he's right. He is right. Obviously, as fans, we look at it and get very excited, and I do get excited personally, and I do kind of think it's probably ours. I mean, there's no guarantee, and my mood will go up and down like that, like a soundbar wave, because that's what Manchester City does to you, supporting them. But he's right overall, and it's nice to hear these level-headed comments from Guardiola. In terms of the team news, it's kind of as you were. I wish I could pad this little bit of the video out a little bit longer, but it's a case of like everyone's fit. Literally everyone is fit, other than Nathan Aki, baby. Yeah, unfortunately, Nathan's still not back. It's a big shame. It could be that at the moment, though, it's one less headache for Guardiola because he had to leave Garcia off the bench the other day. And I'm going to guess if Ake was back, he'd probably leave Mendy off the bench. And then he's got... Managers don't like to leave players out squads, you know. So I guess at the moment, it's probably not the worst thing for him, given the fact that it would be more selection headaches. Obviously, don't quote me on that. I'm sure he wants him back entirely. But it's one of those like, oh, one less thing to think about, at least keeping another player happy, because you can't keep a player. You don't have to worry about keeping a player happy if he's not involved. So right now our squad is very strong anyway. So we've got a very good, healthy squad at the moment. Of course, players are getting minutes. But that does bring me to the lineup. This is very, very difficult. I went through about 3 or 4 iterations of this team before I settled on one which I think is going to be okay. Well, they'll all be okay, by the way. And I think we proved the other day, even if we rotate players, we still got plenty of time to get it right. But but this one is obviously, it's off the back of 7 changes against West Ham, so some players are fit. And it's also worth bearing in mind that we're playing tomorrow on a Tuesday, and then we've got all the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday to prepare for United on Sunday at 4:30. So we've actually got an awful lot of time, so that could actually be quite relevant for this game, which does make me feel a little bit better in terms of the lineup. So basically, anyone who plays this probably could play as well against United, is what I'm saying, because we have got a bit of a break. Anyway, I'm going for Ederson in goal. That's obvious, and I've decided we might see. I was really torn here. I had a feeling that Walker might play with Diaz, Laporte, and then Cancelo at left back, because I feel like he might want the pace of Walker against the pace of Walker against Traore, maybe potentially, and Cancelo is a little bit faster than Zinchenko, so maybe he'll cover Neto a little bit better. But actually, I've changed my mind. I think I'm going to stick to what I initially thought it'd be. I'm going to say Walker will drop out with Zinchenko and Cancelo being the fullbacks, and I do think Laporte will come in for this game. Now, will it be Diaz or Stones? I think it'll be Diaz. I think Diaz will play this game. I think Walker will. I think Stonesy will sit out, and I think Laporte will come back in, and I think it will be Laporte and Diaz, which is I'm pretty fine with. It's a good defence. Into midfield, I think Rodri's going to start here. I think Werner won't play 2 games in a row. I think Werner, if he does play, it'll be against United, but I don't think he'll play 2 games in a few days, because Guardiola's talked extensively about Werner being able to only play once a week at the moment, so I can't really see him starting. And Rodri's nice and fresh and sharp, and he'll be up for this game, so I'm going to say Rodri will start here. And then ahead of them, I'm going to say Gundogan and Bernardo are back together. Those 2 are starting together, and I think that'll be nice to see. And then forward line, I can see both Sterling and Foden coming back into the team. Both of them will come back into the team. And here I can see Aguero dropping out for this one. I don't think he was particularly great the other day, and not in a bad way. I wasn't bothered by it, but I think he didn't do enough to warrant an immediate start, and I think he'll come off the bench in this game. Not that he did anything wrong, but I just don't think we'll start him. I think we'll bring him off. But that does then lead me to, is it Gabriel Jesus coming back in? I've got a feeling it could be, but I'm going to say he might try the false 9 thing with Kevin De Bruyne again. Obviously, who plays for as a false 9 depends entirely on the situation. He might rotate around, but I'm going to say nominally De Bruyne will play because they need him to play at the moment, because he needs to get his fitness back and his sharpness. So I think he'll prioritise playing Kevin De Bruyne to get his fitness, but at the same time not want to leave Bernardo out. So you'll play KDB as a forward. I could be wrong there. It could be Jesus starts and De Bruyne or Bernardo sits out, or Morris comes into the team. That would be totally fair as well. But I think, given all the changes the other day, we'll see a lot of changes as well. But I think De Bruyne will keep his place in the team because he needs it. It's difficult. I could be wrong. It's very hard to say. In terms of the opposition, I'm going to pass you over to Dave Azzopardi, a Wolves fan. Very measured thoughts coming up from Dave as well. And go subscribe to his channel. I'll link to Talking Wolves as well in the description and all that kind of stuff. Dave's a top bloke. Here are his thoughts.
Hey guys, it's Dave from Talking Wolves. Just giving my thoughts ahead of City versus Wolves on Tuesday. Of course, another game where, over the last couple of years, Wolves have done quite well in. We got the double over you guys last season, but already you guys got a pretty convincing win against us earlier this season towards the start, and I can't really see the result being any different again this week, to be honest. It's been a strange season for Wolves, really strange. I think it surprised a lot of people, probably how poorly we've done, you could say. I think Wolves, after 2 7th place finishes, were probably hoping to, start knocking on the door for the top 6 once again, but hasn't really been the case. And you could put it down to a number of things, really. I think right at the start of the season, we had no pre-season whatsoever. And like many teams, really, we struggled with injuries as well. The biggest one, obviously, being the major injury to Raul Jimenez right at the start of December. And throughout December, throughout January, we were really struggling to get anything, any goals or anything, really. But yeah, we've had injuries all across the team, just no consistency. Nuno trying a new formation, which in hindsight probably wasn't wise halfway through a season. But saying that, now we've got a striker in Willian Jose in sort of mid-January. We finished Feb unbeaten. And and we did okay, to be honest, but we still look very fragile defensively, which is what City are probably going to be rubbing their hands together looking at that, because even against Newcastle on Saturday, we got a 1-1 draw, but we were poor. We played very negatively, I feel, and players like Alan St-Maximin were just dancing through our defence. So you can only imagine what the likes of Sterling and co are going to be able to achieve. So yeah, I'm feeling quite negatively towards this game, which is very strange for me. I'm very positive going into the matches, but I'm satisfied with how Wolves have turned things around. Look, we're not in a relegation dogfight, but at the same time, I don't think we're going to be able to push for Europe at the moment for the rest of the season. So it's a bit of a write-off now for Wolves. It'll be interesting to see how Nuno lines up, because obviously we played on Saturday against Newcastle. The last time we had sort of games quite close together was probably, if you're looking back towards Christmas, and Nuno played a very inexperienced side against Manchester United that did okay at Old Trafford just after Christmas. So it wouldn't surprise me to see the same sort of team, to be honest, a very young side who've got a point to prove, really, because I think this is just a free hit for Wolves. I think everybody is expecting Manchester City to win with your fantastic run so far. So yeah, fingers crossed Wolves can pull off a shock, but I'm not expecting too much from this game. Thanks for having me on, and yeah, best of luck for the rest of the season, guys. It looks like it could be another famous one for you boys.
Dave, summarising everything pretty well there, I thought, to be honest. He was very open about Wolves' failings this season. I do think the loss of Jimenez has been absolutely massive for them, of course. He's one of their best players, you know. They've got that lad in as well. I forgot what he's called now. Is it Willian Jose? Was it him? Let's double check. Yeah, Willian Jose, he's not had a great time at Wolves so far. He's been alright, you know. I don't think he's really... Has he scored yet? He hasn't scored yet in 7 Premier League games. And he's decent, and Newcastle did give Wolves a lot of trouble. It could be, as he said, that they had a poor start to the season and in terms of no prep, and then it's kind of followed them around, so to speak. And of course, no striker. And that young guy, Fabio Silva, that he signed for a stupid amount of money, which makes me think of money laundering or something like that. He's not really took to life yet fully. But they have got good players, you know. They've got Neto, who's a really skillful, tricky winger, and Adama. I'm pretty certain Adama's got 0 goals and 0 assists this season. I just want to make sure that's true, but I'm pretty certain it is, which does make me think Manchester City, he'll break his tongue. No, I just double checked. In 1,700 minutes, 0 goals, 0 assists in the Premier League this season. So Adama's not in great form. But they are a good side, you know. We all know they are a good side at the moment, even if their results haven't been absolutely on form. Like they weren't great against Newcastle, as Dave pointed out in his clip. They did beat Leeds, though, and they beat Southampton 2-1 away. I mean, then they lost Southampton at home in the FA Cup. They drew against Leicester. They beat Arsenal. They are a good side, clearly, still, you know. They drew against Chelsea as well, but lost to Palace before that, beat Chorley in the FA Cup, lost to West Brom 3-2 back in the middle of January. They're a very up and down team, but they are a team that will obviously take serious because they've got quality players. I mean, they've got the likes of, obviously, you know, they've got Neves, Moutinho, they've got Traore, they've got Willian Jose, Neto. They've got quality, and they're playing the free at the back works pretty well for them. Dendoncker, Cody, Saiss, good defenders. And I think Guardiola will take it seriously. Guardiola was asked about him. He said, history against Wolves dictates how tough it will be. We know the type of game to play. We have to be intense but calm. They play with ambition to punish. We have to be clever. The last years were tough, and this will not be an exception. Both teams are different from the reverse fixture. It was our first friendly we didn't play before. We played a good first half, then they played better. It was an incredible result. We were far from our best. A good victory, but a long time ago. And he's right. That result almost doesn't matter now, given how much football's changed since the start of the season for City, and I guess for Wolves in a way, because obviously things have changed an awful lot. But still, we have to feel confident going into my prediction. I mean, I keep waiting for the rug to be pulled under us, and it's going to be pulled under at some point. You know, we can't win every single game. We are going to drop points, be it via a loss or a draw at some point, and it could be this game. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. But I still have to feel confident. We're at home. We've got a full squad. We've got lessons to learn from the West Ham game as well, where I don't think we're at our very best, and I can't see 2 underwhelming performances back to back. Personally, I think we'll be up for this, and I think we'll be alert, and I think we'll make changes that will benefit the quality of our side. Fingers crossed. I'm going to say Manchester City to win. I'm going to be quite confident. I never really go for a big score against Wolves. I'm going to say 3-0, and that's not because I think we'll batter them, but I think we'll be pretty solid. and I think we'll get a late goal or two just to kind of flatten the scoreline a little bit, sorry. And I think we'll be good. It could be wrong though. It could be sat here. I feel 3-0 is just as likely as a 1-0 draw. It's weird that, isn't it? But I'm going to say 3-0 anyway, because I do feel like we'll beat these. Guys, thank you for watching this. Big love to Dave once again. Go and subscribe to his channel. There'll be a link on screen right now. Thank you to all the patrons currently scrolling down the side of the screen. My absolute like button. Big up to my patron producer, Ahmed Al-Ali. Don't forget, there's loads of ways to support the channel if you want to. youtube.com/Esteemed Company /join to become a member and get involved during the live streams and get access to the bonus videos, or patreon.com/Esteemed Company. There's loads of little things on there as well for you guys. If not, just make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any videos coming up on this channel. For now though, catch you tomorrow on the We're Not Really Here show. Go watch out the videos from yesterday, the 5 things learned. In a bit, you beautiful bastards.